Spencer is here for PeterboroughSpeedway.com with Party Time Bryan Sudsbury. Now, last time we spoke, you were a lot more forlorn looking. You were really upset. You were a little more bummed out. Tonight, you're a little bit more optimistic. We are now, what are we, Kel? 5 days away from the Classic? Yep. 6 days, 5 days away from the Autumn Colors Classic, and all of a sudden, now we're talking all about you being in the field. Now, the last time we spoke, the car was destroyed. You were done for the year. What has changed from the first weekend in September to what I guess would be the first weekend in October?
Well, we got it home, and I wasn't going to even take it to the trailer, and I got a phone call on Monday from a caddy, and he said, how come the car's not in the shop yet? So I hooked the trailer back up. I went over to McCaddy's, we unloaded it, and we got looking, and I was still not sure I was going to fix it because of the money aspect of it, and he insisted we fix it. So I pointed up the money, we took it apart, found out what was wrong, and we fixed it.
So by the time you finally got up on the hoist and got it all dissected, what was the laundry list of damages done to the car? So it happened at Sunset, Canadian Nationals weekend. It wasn't a result of any contact. It just seemed as though the drive shaft came out of the car and ripped the trailing arm out. Is that what happened?
No, so what we're thinking is the trailing arm bracket ripped into the frame, which caused all the damage. So trailing arm bracket ripped off the frame, it wrecked the trailing arm bracket, drive shaft. Rear end was totally destroyed, all the brake lines, power lines. Transmission was fine, which we thought was no good. We saved it, so it fried all the gauges somehow. I'm not too sure about that yet, but gauges are no good. Tin kit's destroyed. So we fixed everything other than the tin kit and the gauges so far, so we don't really need gauges. We're hoping for the Classic, but we'll see how it goes.
So Dan McCaddy was really the driving force behind getting this car put back together again.
Yeah, Dan McCaddy and Graham, GTA.
Graham Annis.
Yeah, they went to work on, I think, Tuesday night. I think Dan ordered the trailing arm bracket on Monday morning before he even told me to bring the car to the shop. So
this is the Monday immediately after the car was damaged at Sunset.
Yeah, when GTA got to work on Monday, he was talking with Dan, I guess, about the car and told him what happened. So they ordered the trailing arm bracket to fix it. And Monday night I got the phone call to bring it up, and Tuesday night they started welding it on the car. So it's fixed, it's ready to go. Other than
because it's still being worked on now, right? It's not completely finished at this time.
We scaled the car Thursday night. Other than bleeding the brakes and putting a new set of tires on it and changing all the fluids, we're ready to go.
So now the fact that you're existing in rare air on borrowed time almost. You weren't supposed to be here. You weren't even supposed to have a race car right now. So what are your goals for the Autumn Colors Classic? What do you hope to accomplish now?
To be honest, the top 5 would be the world, I think, to my crew, because I told them after that, I was like, I don't think I can afford to fix this and blah, blah, blah. So I went to work pretty much night and day for the last 2 weeks to be able to fix this car. So I got it fixed. Now it's up to me to try and keep it in one piece for the end of that race.
Now, you said that towards the end of the Peterborough Speedway season, you had sort of finally gotten to figure the car out and finally figured out, the attitude of the car, what it wanted to do, what it liked, what it doesn't like, because it was a brand new piece at the beginning of the 2015 season. So the fact that all this damage has been done to it, so all these repairs have been done, I'm assuming it might have changed a couple of things. I mean, does this mean it's going to be back to the drawing board and the learning process starts all over for you?
I'm not too sure that we're going to be back to the learning process. We've kind of got a base set up now, so obviously some things are going to change. We're back to close to where we were, so it could be small little changes that will make a big difference. So we'll find out when we get it out for practice on Friday. It's too bad we couldn't test it before, but it is what it is.
So this is a 75-lap race. You haven't lasted 75 laps in this car as of yet. You're obviously out early at Sunset. Haven't done a 75-lapper at Peterborough yet all year, if I'm not mistaken.
What was the chase?
The chase was 40 or 50 laps or something.
Yeah, that's right.
They pared it down. So this will be the longest race this car's gone. Is that going to change the way you set this thing up or what you throw at this car to try to get it to the front of the field?
Well, we've fought a brake issue with the whole car the whole year, so we're hoping we found that problem. It seemed that we ran 80 laps at Sunset that night before we broke, and we lost brakes there. They weren't as good as they should have been. So we're trying to figure out to make sure they're going to work properly, but I think we're close to it.
Now, you have a guaranteed starting position.
Yes.
So the fact that you have this starting spot courtesy of your top 3 finish, if I'm not mistaken, at the chase for the colors. So did that have a lot to do with you fixing this car, knowing that you could walk right in the front door for the A main at the Classic?
Yeah, that's was one of the reasons we know we're not gonna have to run a B main. We're gonna be in the Classic no matter what, and it's good for the sponsors. And one of the better sponsors I have, Al from Great Canadian RV. He was looking forward to this race, so it kind of motivated me a bit to get the car ready and do this. So.
Now, when we spoke about this new car, you said you were building this car, and when you're putting it together, you're not thinking about winning another championship. You're thinking about winning the Autumn Colors Classic. So what is it about this event? Why does it mean so much to so many people?
Me personally, it's kind of like a weekend you show up knowing it's a crown jewel that not many people get to accomplish to win it. Chris Mitchell explained it one time to me that it was not like winning anything other than he's ever won. So. He's won a bunch of championships, and he's never said that that was the best race he's ever won. So I don't know. To me, it would mean a lot, especially after the year we've had, to even put it on the podium. So that's what we're shooting for. We'll see how it works out.
Now, when we last spoke, you had sort of hinted that there was a chance that you might not be back to full-time competition in 2016. The fact that now the car's put back together again, does that change your plans for next year at all? Are you thinking you'll be back full-time racing somewhere?
I'm not too sure about full-time yet. We'll see how it goes. It's time to grow up a little bit and get my life in order and stuff. So we'll see about full-time competition, but we'll definitely be out 100% at Peterborough. See how it goes.
So if it's not full-time, how many events are you hoping to do in 2016? Preliminary right now.
Well, depending on getting some support from other sponsors and stuff like that, we're hoping to get at least minimum half a season.
Now, if I had to ask you right now, on the podium, let's say the 29's on the podium, who are the other 2 cars on there with them? Because it's insanity how good the limited late model division is right now, where there's 15 teams that you go to Peterborough and do really, really well. So who are the 2 cars that are on the podium with you?
I'm definitely going to say Holdaway because
he's won everything.
Yeah, no one's stopping him this year. And second of all, I'm going to say one of the Halliburtons. So they came out to Peterborough there for the chase, or was it one of the races anyway? And they were
Travis won there this year, did he not?
He was on fire. Travis is quick there, so I'm going to put my money on Halliburton, one of the Halliburtons, and Holdaway for sure.
So there you have it. So the cars put back together again. Crews worked their hearts out, worked their guts out to get this car put back together again. So we're hoping for a top 5. Top 3, I guess, would be best case scenario.
Yeah, that'd be a great thing. But
what day are you going to the Classic?
Oh, it'd be Wednesday.
Wednesday morning?
Oh, I got to work Wednesday, so it'll be Wednesday night right after. The motorhome will be sailing right to Peterborough.
What day is move-in day to get a pit pad? Because I know a lot of people are going to be watching this. Like, what day are you hoping to go and get a pit pad?
I think it's Wednesday is the pit pad day.
Wednesday's the pit pad day. Because it's going to be lined up all the way to the road.
Yeah.
Because, how many pads does Peterborough have? Like 40, if that?
Yeah.
They got a lot more super late models, modifieds, than late models coming than that.
I'll be the first one in line to get a pad, though.
So you're gonna win the race to move-in day.
Race, yeah.
Are you gonna win the race to Tech Lane as well? Because this has been a thing now. Last couple of years, the race to Tech Lane has been a thing. Pre-race qualifying.
I already won that race, so.
So you're all good.
I'm all good.
Don't you still need to pass Tech though?
No.
All Peterborough cars don't.
Well, you got to get it run through, but it's not like everyone else.
Are you gonna win the run through to Tech then?
Yeah, because they come over to my car.
There you already won.
I gotta move.
That takes the sport right out of it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and thank the sponsors that are getting this car back to racing condition.
I gotta thank everyone. Great Canadian RV, the huge supporter. They gave me a motorhome to get around this summer. So, Allen Mechanical, Castrol, RB Service Blasting Inc., Dayton Design, Dayton Engineering, Dan McCaddy Race Cars. Built a great piece. We've struggled with it all year, but he's never gave up on it, and we finally got something. GTA Racing Designs. The man helps me out like no other. Graham Flett, he helps me out. Josh Arnold. Without those guys, I probably wouldn't be able to get things done like I do.
Go and check him out on Facebook, Bryan Sudsbury Racing. And what's your Twitter?
Sudsbury Racing.
Do you post on there often?
No.
Will you be posting there all autumn colors?
We need to start getting
all autumn colors. Updates.
Yeah,
Sudsbury Racing.
Maybe. I'll start Wednesday with some pictures.
He'll start Wednesday on move-in day. Party time, Bryan Sudsbury. The beer will be cold, as you can see.
Bush.
The car will be put back together again.
You want to party, bring me Bush, it'd be alright.
And he'll be ready for the Autumn Colors Classic. What site are you on if people want to bring you beer?
80, 81.
Campsite 80 and 81.
It will never shut down, I promise.
Party time, Bryan Sudsbury, coming to the Autumn Colors Classic. Bryan, thanks for the time.